So, what have you been working on lately? I'll tell you what I've been working on. I've been working on some more of my greeting card books, and I think last time I showed these I was pretty much almost finished with the covers, but I went ahead and I put a piece of washi tape on the folds of all of them just to kind of reinforce them, and I did it inside and out because I am going to do some kind of stitched binding and I want them to hold up. So I did that, finished them all up, covered up whatever little boo-boos I found in them, and I've got enough really for 2 books, so I'm probably going to end up making 2. I don't know what I'm going to put inside still. I still look at them and go, oh, did that fall apart? Oh no, that's 2. Okay, phew, scared me. I still look at them and go, yeah, I really like this just the way it is. I don't really know what to do. So I'm just going to keep staring at them until I come up with something, and then eventually I'm probably going to bind them into a couple of books, and I don't know, I could just put blank pages in them and make more journals or something. I'll figure it out. Anyway, that's done. I also have been making paper beads like a crazy woman. Did we all watch Jennibellie's video on the paper beads that she did just recently? Yeah, we did. Did we all just start making them like just an insane, crazy paper bead making person? I know I did. And it's kind of the strangest thing because we used to do these when we were kids. A lot, and I've never really been impressed with paper beads. It's not something, I never thought I'd really use them. Don't really, as an adult, never really made them. But I watched her video, and you know what it was that got me? It wasn't the way her beads looked, because they look like, any other paper bead. There was nothing special about them. It wasn't her technique, except she did have that cool tool. I got to get me one of those tools because I don't have that. But she didn't have any kind of special technique or anything that made them so awesome. What got me was this. And this. I kid you not. It was the sound that the beads made when she messed with them. I just loved that sound. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. It's kind of like that, that crinkly sound that glassine makes, or, any kind of plastic that makes a crinkly sound. I find that really soothing. I think I'm a little bit autistic, probably. I don't know. But anyway, this sound, this makes me happy. I like this sound. So that's why I made all these beads, so that I could just fondle them and make this sound, basically. I may actually use them, because look, I just picked some random scrapbook papers, ones that I really didn't care much for, and used them, but look how good they would look with this book, if it ever becomes a book. See, I think I probably better use them with these in some way. So, yeah, I made a bazillion of them, and I will use them, but I really liked making them, and it takes about, you're probably going to screw up at least 2 dozen before you kind of hit the groove, because that's about what it took me to kind of figure out exactly how I needed to do it. Some of them I used a toothpick, and some of them I just used my pokey tool, and then I just put white glue on them to hold them together, and then when they were all done, I used nail polish to seal them. Some of them have clear nail polish. Some of them I had some green and some gold kind of glitter nail polish, so I used that. But anyway, that was all there is to it. They were fun to make. They're easy. Good way to use up scraps or get rid of papers that you're just not really crazy about. So that's what I've been doing. Been making paper beads like an insane person. Okay. Yesterday, I had to run some errands. I need coffee. Hang on. I had to go to Books A Million to pick up something specific there. And of course, I can't resist looking around while I'm there. I always look through all of the, you know, the bargain price books or whatever they call those sale racks. And they never have any really like great sales. You're not going to find $1 books or anything like that usually. But sometimes they'll have some okay stuff. There were a couple that I was tempted to buy, and then a couple that I did buy. But one thing I did want to look at while I was there, I wanted to get some more of these. These are the Moleskine Cahiers that I use. They're sort of like a composition book. They're Moleskine's version of a composition book. But I like them better. They're a little bit more sturdy, the binding is. They don't have quite as many pages, but they're just, I don't know what it is about them that I like better than the composition book, but I do like it better. And mainly because of the binding. They're much sturdier. This is, and it's not completely blank, I actually use it, but it's the only one I had left. But anyway, this is what the Cahier looks like when you get it, and I like the kind that has the grid paper when I can find it. But, you know, I'm not real picky about that because I usually end up covering it up anyway. But it starts out looking like this, but it can end up looking like this. This started out life as a Cahier, as one of these, and it grew. And it actually still added some more stuff to it the other day. This is my Use It Up journal that I've been adding to for like a year now. And it is still in perfect shape. The binding, I've tipped in extra pages. The only place where it started to fall apart was in the back. And I just kind of reinforced some of these with tape. And that is because these pages at the back are perforated. You know, they're the last, I don't know, 10 or so pages are perforated so that you can tear them out. And that's the only reason these started to kind of fall out. So I just reinforced those. But other than that, the thing is held together. And this is another book that is a little booklet that I bound in here somewhere. So, you know, that's not a string that's holding the binding together. It's this one. See, I bound that into the spine of the book. So that's all that is. So this holds together. They hold together really, really good. And, you know, they expand nicely. So I just love these. They are quite a bit more expensive than the composition books. They are, I usually get mine off of Amazon, and it's, I don't know, maybe $15 for a 3-pack. They're about $5 to $6 each, which is a lot more than 50 cents each. So, you know, there's that. But like I said, I really prefer them. I don't know why. I like that they have fewer pages, because sometimes I just find those composition books, it's just too many pages. I end up tearing some out anyway. So I buy these. So anyway, I went to Barnes & Noble. I was, you know, headed over toward the Moleskine rack to look at their Cahiers when I got sidetracked by it was an end cap on one of the bargain book aisles, and they had a bunch of journals and stuff. And they had a bunch of this brand called Piccadilly, and there's a website, piccadilly.com, and, you know, they looked just like the Cahier, which got my attention. But it was, and they're normally $16, so, you know, about the same price for the 3-pack, and very similar book. But they were on the sale rack on the end cap, and they were, I think it was $7.98 for the 3-pack, which, you know, makes them, what, $2 to $3 each? So I decided to give those a try. I bought these for $7.98, and they are just almost identical to the Cahier, except the covers are kind of they're really, really slick. it's got some kind of a coating on it. And they had the line, they didn't have any of the grid pages on the sale rack, but they have the perforated ones at the back, they have the little pocket, they have the stitched binding. Let's see if I can find the middle here. There we go. Nice close stitches, so it should hold together really well. So anyway, I'm going to give these a try. Picked these up while I was there. Much cheaper than the Cahiers, still more expensive than the composition books. So, you know, if you're wanting to go all out, really economical, then avoid these because they're not really that economical. I just get snooty when it comes to my books and journals. It's, you know, and I will use recycled, upcycled, pull stuff out of the trash can type stuff. You know, it's not that I'm like a journal snob or anything, but when it comes to making one that's going to end up being this kind of fat, you know, I want the thing to hold together. And I just don't trust the composition books. And I've seen them. I've seen the ones online that are ginormous and have held together great. You know, but they normally have some help. I know that some people run ribbons through around the spine periodically to help kind of hold them together. And I want mine to hold together. So that's why I tend to buy these. I just have trust issues. Alright. So that's enough of that. I also went over to the, I can't leave there without looking through the magazines. And usually when I'm in Barnes & Noble, I don't look for, you know, fashion magazines and stuff to use for, you know, like paper dolls and just general collage cutouts. I save that for, you know, when I'm at Walmart, grab that there, because you can get those anywhere. I tend to, when I'm in Barnes & Noble, I look for some of the magazines that you really don't find in just every single magazine stand, like at the grocery store. One of them is this one, High Fructose, which I like. It is a contemporary art magazine, and it is weird. In fact, all these magazines that I'm fixing to talk about are weird. If you have an issue with nudity, don't buy them. If you have an issue with just outright bizarre, like, you know, skeletons throwing up a garden or something. I don't know. I don't even know why I said that, but, you know, weird, really weird stuff like that. Which is sometimes I don't much care for. I appreciate it as, you know, the effort that went into the art. It's not my personal thing, but I'm not offended by it, and I know some people are. So, you know, if you're not really into kind of really offbeat, contemporary weird, then you want to avoid these. But if you like that kind of thing, these are great. High Fructose was $6.95. which is not bad at all for what you get, because I'll just do a quick flip through. Okay, this is why I bought it, because I opened it up. It automatically opened to right here because it's got this little special section. Okay, how can I not use these in something? These are just fabulous. And this is, you know, this is an artist magazine, so this, I haven't read it yet, so this is some, so, oh there, see, there's a crazy skeleton. So I didn't just pull that image out of thin air. It's possible you will find a vomiting garden skeleton in these books. Okay, but anyway, these little faces just caught my attention. I was just fascinated by them. Nothing special about them, you know. I mean, we've seen these faces before, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, these types of faces, but I loved it. And look at this little booklet thing. See, look, isn't that weird? But I love them. They just beg to be collaged on or stuck. What is he doing? Well, he's just pulling her. That's kind of gross. See what I'm saying? I just don't understand a lot of these, but then some of them are kind of neat. She's got her. Okay. This is the beauty of collage. You can just cut out the part that you want and leave the really weird, offensive rest of it. But They just have fantastic illustrations. You know, some are odd. They're definitely, when you use them in your artwork, you're not gonna, you know, you're not gonna probably see anything exactly quite like it from anyone else, because these are really unusual, and I love them. So I picked up this copy of which one? High Fructose. If you need other ideas for really strange art magazines, some of my other favorite ones, okay, as bizarre as this one is, there's one even more bizarre. It's called Juxtapoz. It's one that I pick up now and then, and it is really, really weird. It has a lot more illustration and hand-drawn weirdness in it. It's just hard to describe. But anyway, it's got some really cool stuff in it, but very bizarre. Juxtapoz is a good one. Communication Arts is a good one. And I don't have any of these others here except for this one. Communication Arts is for visual communication. It has really great illustrations for graphic design and advertising and illustrating and photography and, you know, just anything visual. And it does have some weirdness in it, but it's a little bit more tame than High Fructose or Juxtapoz. It's also really expensive too. I don't pick that one up very often, but that is a good one. Another good one is called How, H-O-W. It is a graphic design magazine. It's all about graphic design and marketing and branding, and it has some illustrating, packaging, you know, that kind of thing. And what I like about How is that because it is for graphic designers, they will put sheets of paper in there from paper companies who are advertising, and they'll include like a sheet of their cardstock, and it'll usually have some really cool image on it that you can rip out and have, you know, use that piece of cardstock. So they put really interesting things in them. The one that has like the best interesting things is this one. It's called Esopus, and I'll put links down at the bottom for all these. And it's another really strange one, not quite as strange as Juxtapoz, but it is an art magazine. It only comes out twice a year, and it's expensive. The issues are about $15 to $20 each. This one is several years old. I don't even know why I still have it. I don't normally keep back issues of magazines, but I'm glad I kept this one because Barnes & Noble didn't have the most recent issue of Esopus. So I'm glad I had this one to at least kind of show you, because it is so expensive, but to me it's worth it because it has such interesting stuff in it. There's no advertising, for one thing. It's a non-profit type deal, and it covers all different kinds of art, mostly visual and some performance art or writing. Excuse me. They'll sometimes have screenplay scripts in here, or like an excerpts out of a novel or something. And then there's always tons of fold-outs. I'm sorry. Fold-outs and anatomically correctness. Sorry. Okay. They have typography stuff. You know, so, but this is really cool because you can pull these things out. I've got tons of stuff from this magazine, other issues that I've pulled out and used in different things. And there's usually some kind of a poster or a something. I don't even know what that is. So you can see there's just cool usable stuff in here. And then at the back there's usually almost always a CD of some kind. This one I think has music on it. So anyway, this one's Esopus, which I do pick up on occasion, not every time. I think if you subscribe, you get a price break. It's maybe like $30 a year, and the newsstand price is usually $15 to $20 an issue. But that is another favorite magazine that I look for at Barnes & Noble or wherever I happen to be. So that's it. I have one more thing to talk about, and I'm going to do it in another video. So woohoo! It'll be a 2-a-day thing. And that's it for now. The end.